Kaiju no Kami here with
Silver Quill
and
Cruellica Kain. Sorry, I need to get this done. I only got 2 more weeks of recovery before I have to go back to work.
only 2 more weeks, but yes, 2 weeks can fly by.
And I'm climbing the walls already.
And it can crawl too.
we are here to talk about Ultraman Trigger, episode 9.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I thought it said 10.
No, it said 10 is next week.
Oh, okay.
9.
I'm always living in the future.
Did anyone catch the name of the episode?
Yes, Argon is in love with Yuna.
Yes.
You mean Dragon? Duragon?
Dargon.
Dargon is in...
Basically,
Dragon.
the reason why I'm focusing on this more than our video right now is because, oh my god, it was terrible.
I didn't think it was terrible, but it's only, I literally said at the start of the episode, I don't think I'm going to like this.
Well,
alright.
I think this episode was better than I was anticipating, but outside of the shot inside the miniatures where you saw like the TV with the dog video.
Oh my god, I can guarantee you, he was calculating in his mind while watching that scene of how much it would cost to get all of those miniatures.
But then when it pans over to the other room and you've got the miniature TV with the news report on showing the battle.
You have the miniature Roomba.
And well, yeah, then you have the Roomba. That was really cool. That's been like the best miniature shots
I
in a
think in
couple
years.
Not
I
mean in a couple weeks because we've had the office building a few weeks ago.
No, I still feel like this was the most fleshed out miniature set that I've seen in a long time.
I wouldn't say years because that still had some really good ones.
A fleshed out miniature ship? There were no human miniatures.
Okay, I mean
Bounce.
like it looked like a real place.
Oh, it did.
So that's what I mean by fleshed out.
Though to date, I don't know.
Detailed?
Sure, whatever.
To date, I don't know anyone who owns a Roomba. They exist.
We do know someone who owns a Roomba, only because he brought it over to Cruellica's house one time when they were doing a game day.
To clean.
I'm surprised it didn't break, but...
Malfunction does not compute.
But
does not compute.
this episode, so... Okay, I love me villains.
This episode should be called The Stalker's Game.
Oy.
Okay, he kept on referencing Yakuza, and I'll let him reference that himself. But, can I honestly say that there's the whole, like, smiling thing? It actually reminds me of an episode of Nailed It I just watched this week, because apparently when you're recovering, you watch everything under the goddamn sun.
Well, technically we're always watching stuff under the sun.
You know what I mean, but nevertheless.
What if you didn't watch it at night?
Because right now we just watched Trigger under the sun.
Okay, nevertheless, the one contestant in the show makes this comment that her happy face looks like her resting bitch face looks like her sad face. And that's all I thought of. Like, I wanted to cue this, like, happy face around our new stalker friend, and then regular face. Because I'm like, how in the hell are you going to be able to tell this is my smiling face?
Smile, smile.
Yeah, D'Artagnan does not.
D'Artagnan? Are we going to the Three Musketeers? Was D'Artagnan the stalker in the Three Musketeers?
I don't know, was he?
It depends on who makes the movie.
Yeah, that's true. That is.
I know
true.
nothing of the Three Musketeers other than there's 3 of them. Actually, technically there's 4 though.
I was going to say there's technically 4.
That's all I know about it, and it was written by Dumas.
Well, now I'm just thinking of the movie with Kiefer Sutherland, because, oh my god, he was hot in that movie. And then you had...
Okay, anyway,
Tim Curry as the villain.
Back to Trigger.
She's trying to curry favor.
So we've got this scene of Mr. Stalker Man
both Mr. Stalker.
following...
No, we have restraining order in Stalker.
We have restraining order who's following... who's stalking Stalker, who's stalking Yuna.
Because apparently, and you asked this question, and I thought about more after you asked this question, I am truly wondering, like you asked when we were watching, if Japan really does have this thing where some guys like these, like, violent women who slap them shitless.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
I
called-
got a question.
they're called subs.
Come here.
I am afraid to.
No.
I
I'm
have.
gonna test something.
No.
I have protection, and I will use it.
But
Yeah.
anyway.
I'll
Okay,
give
honey, does that make you like me more?
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, fine. Here, right here. Just give it a little smack. And now we're definitely not for kids.
At least we're not pulling anyone's trigger. But anyway, so we've got this nepotism's being stalked by Stalker, which is what my new name is for him, who's being stalked by Restraining Order. Restraining Order's like, oh, you're in love.
And he says it in like the most craziest way possible. You're in love. I was like, wait, are we watching When Harry Met Sally now?
Oh, wait, no, I think it was even better. He said, the thing you're feeling is love. Love!
I know. I
Except
was like,
he was
Jesus.
being very coy about it.
Like, coy. But then when...
Which is weird, because I thought I was... Yeah, I is love in Japanese, so why did he
That's-
say coy?
Maybe we don't know
Unless maybe koi is like
a different derivative.
Well, what I'm trying to say is maybe koi is the like kabuki way of doing it, because the way he did it was kind of like a kabuki style.
Or are there different types of love?
Ooh, it could be
French-
like puppy love.
Friendship love, family love, romantic
We're not getting into
love.
bestiality.
Oh my God, guy love.
Guy love, it's guy love. Totally normal.
Okay, so then we have him doing his little kabedon that I learned about in Yakuza 6.
Why did you skip the best part? After, koi, Dargon?
Dargon, yes.
He's actually looking out like, what am I looking at? I mean, that's probably the best physicality for Mr. Can't You Tell I'm Smiling.
Yeah, well, okay. Go on about kabedon, because you found this hilarious when you were playing Yakuza.
I'm just going to relax.
So apparently, going up to a woman, backing her against the wall, and slamming your hand into the wall is supposed to be some type of sexual thing. in
It's
Japan.
assault, is what it technically is. If you're backing a woman into a corner and then slamming your head against the wall right next to her head, I'm sorry. I have to say, as a woman, I'd be like, get the hell away from me.
You say that, but when you saw the Yakuza scene, when he did it, says, you're not going home tonight.
Okay,
You're like,
that
ooh.
was two guys, and I'm a Fujoshi, so that's different.
What are they called
Okay,
again?
that's terrible.
Kuga.
Kabedon.
Ka.
K-
But I'm
Kabedon.
sorry. In American culture, unless you're in a relationship and it's like
See?
role play.
When he did that, that's why she should have had a rape whistle.
Well, she did have the best tool.
The bedazzler
They
gun.
actually,
Stun-
okay, I'm surprised my rape whistle joke actually becomes relevant.
I agree.
But yeah, but she used the bedazzle taser on him.
Wait a minute.
So, okay.
Kabudon is an ex...
No, Kabe. Not Kabu, Kabe.
Okay, nevertheless.
Kabedon.
Never...
I like the giant insect kaiju more anyway.
Nevertheless, it was very weird because he takes everything that Ignis basically tells him literally. Like doing the kabedon, doing the backwards hug, which that is another thing.
Trouble.
Unless you know someone, I'm sorry, unless you know the person that's going to give you a back hug, like hugging you from behind, that's another thing in America. That's assault.
Now look at this guy. He kabedon so hard he turned them both into statues.
So that's like, okay, I'm going to bring this a
You
little
could say
bit
he got
closer.
his heart on.
Here it is a little bit closer to the camera if you can see. That's creepy. That's assault. Assault. Maybe in America. Obviously Japan's a different world, but...
In America.
And then he goes and just grabs her head and starts trying to crush her skull.
No, he's trying to do like this.
Okay, popularized in manga cartoons. I'm assuming manga books.
Well, yes.
Kabe means wall, don means thud. So it's called wall thud.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but nevertheless.
Do people There are a lot of reasons why. In Japanese media, is it romantic or is it offensive from Yaiba? Crud, I actually want to do a video on this. Just this one topic. Just this, hey, have you ever wanted to tell the girl you love how you really feel? Here, try assault.
Then you can do the Sonic the Hedgehog PSA of, if someone's touching you, it's no good.
Wait, no, you never touch the girl, apparently. You just physically impose her into a corner and strike the wall next to her.
Okay, if you're in a relationship and you're playing, totally different. Obviously, there's children watching this, so I'm not going to explain that element. But I'm sorry. If you are going up to a strange woman you just either haven't been properly introduced to or anything, you're like, hey, baby. No, that is wrong.
Restraining order, restraining order, restraining order, please.
That's wrong. Same thing with the backwards hug. No.
Alright, but anyway, so then we have...
No, I think we need to fixate on this because this is like a huge PSA.
And then we have restraining order, who just walks away. It's like, he's basically like, my purpose in this episode is done.
What was his purpose in this episode?
To give really bad advice.
Okay,
and then anyway.
I'm sorry. You have never been with another human being or another individual before.
Wait.
Please don't give advice.
Wait, that's quite literal. He's never been with a human being.
Or another individual, I said. Because he's an alien.
How do you know he wasn't part of like a hive mind or something?
Okay. That's
anyway,
true. That is very
so
true.
then we get the monster gets awakened, which still isn't a frickin' Tiga monster.
Okay.
But wait. The monster's eyeballs move. Now, given that I've criticized
Like googly eyes.
Look, googly eyes. Look, the fact that the pupils move is a step up from monsters even within this own series, this season. So I gotta give props for that.
Oh yeah.
No,
I like the update they did for this monster.
So the awakening of the monster is what I found to be ridiculous. So in the beginning of the episode, you have Jafar talking to Dave and
Schizo.
Marlulu and Schizo about they're hearing like these pulsings of an alien
Monster.
of a monster, but nothing can be seen. They have the heartbeat, which that means Mother Earth's about to give birth, but they don't know where, when, why, or how.
Emerging from his earthy womb.
But when Stalker, or Dargon, has a hissy fit because the woman he loves does not reciprocate because she doesn't know what the fudge he's doing, he has a temper tantrum, banging his feet like a 3-year-old against the ground.
Ooh, we could do a song to it. Stamp on the ground. Jump, 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 jump. Move it all around.
Anyway, and then
he awakens the monster because the monster is like, really?
Okay, I did like that scene where they put dialogue over that car, as if there were people in the car like, what's that? Let's get out of here.
Wait a minute. I just realized. A muscly guy pinning a girl against the wall, doing the kabedon, and then he awakens his monster.
Oh my god!
And even the monster sheds some clothing. Show a little skin cannon. Okay, for the transformation monster.
He is going way too far with the innuendos.
I don't think I'm going far enough, thank you very much. Look, the fact that it's shedding and it flashes Ultraman, tears off its clothes and flashes Ultraman. And then when the liquid nitrogen, it's smacking itself like, no, I swear this doesn't happen to me. This is I'm sorry, it's just a little cold out.
Well, okay.
By the way, are you allowed to laugh? I know last time we nearly killed.
No, I'm okay now.
Sorry, Cruella's mom.
So
it hurts a little bit.
I will say one thing that annoyed me. okay,
One
we've got
thing.
little
I know,
Falcon is
right?
coming down.
Oh yeah, your little Falcon's in.
And the girl is like screaming as if she's actually physically in there flying it. I'm like,
Well,
there,
how she gets into it.
but there is no threat factor because she's not even in there. So she's not going to get
well,
hurt no matter what.
Honey, I hate to break it to you, my love, but she has done that since she initially launched Lil Falcon.
But it's starting to get annoying because...
Well, it's kind of like that VR experience. You might not be physically there, but you can physically feel because you're mentally feeling
Yes,
the
but as a
experience.
viewer, it's getting boring because there is no threat level, because there is no endangerment.
Their mind makes it real.
The only thing in danger of that thing getting destroyed is their budget.
And that is a cause to scream. And you cannot tell me that budgets aren't an issue.
What if her contract with Guts is that she pays for the damages?
See? That would make me scream.
But her life is never in any danger. That's the thing.
Actually, no, there are studies with VR now that because VR is becoming so prevalent that you can actually mentally kill yourself because you get so ingrained into the VR experience.
You don't need VR for that. You just need Warcraft.
Well, basically, you can get so ingrained in an experience, you can actually stress yourself out so much you can have a heart attack or a stroke. So there are real-life consequences to a virtual environment.
Right.
So you can't...
I need a bedazzled taser.
So I'm ignoring that because of all of the electrifying consequences that can come from having metal rhinestones on the taser, which I talked about last time. So if you want to understand my fear of a bedazzled taser, watch last week's episode.
Okay, but let's recap the situation. Big muscly guy pins a girl, the Kudaga to the side, he awakens the monster below, then the younger woman gets a charge because of it. Then this older woman comes in, spreads on top with her little falcon, and is screaming her head off over it. Then the monster takes its clothes off and flashes Ultraman.
Well, the monster took its clothes off before.
There you go.
This is Ultraman, not super hentai.
Oh no!
Well,
I'm having a delightful
The
time.
other thing that was so ridiculous is when Kengo goes to fight, and you have Akito or Edgelord and nepotism there still, and then Stalker is like, well, why are you still here? Why are you doing this? And their response implicitly is that, well, we want to protect people, which makes sense. They're within an organization that is there to defend the public, so that makes sense. And his response is like trying to be introspective of how he can still get the girl.
After he's trying to kill her several times.
Yes.
By awakening his little monster.
And so... Now, I will say it was kind of badass when all of the, when Zaragas was shooting out his beams, and...
Shooting out his beams.
And they started flying towards the trio that's standing there, because apparently you just need to stand there, not run away.
Getting a little punch drunk.
And Akito protects Yuna. And then you see Dargon there. Shot comes to him. He just hits it, flings it away. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Then Trigger gets a little too punch drunk and nearly knocks a monster onto his friends.
Which, okay.
That was kind of cool.
I did have to say that was kind of interesting to see, because you know they're close enough to the battle because Akito was shooting
at it
with his little Peabody gun.
Turns
or
out
pea shooter.
he fired his round too soon, though.
Oh, God. But nevertheless, he starts shooting, and then Zaragas falls unconsciously. As it's about to fall on top of them, everybody else notices, like, and then you have Dargon just come over.
He lifts a finger to help.
I was like, where have I seen that exact scene where they use like a finger outside of DB Dragon Ball?
I beat him to it.
Because Dragon Ball does it every other episode.
Superman.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I couldn't remember if Superman had been ballsy like that.
I'm trying to remember if there was a Kung Fu parody where the guy broke a board by just flicking a finger on it.
There is. I just can't remember what it is.
But I thought that was kind of funny. And then after he pushes it away with his finger, because apparently he has all the power in one finger.
Yes, so after Dargon is done fingering the monster, Ultraman hits it with his ball.
By the power of Greyfinger.
This is too easy. Oh, but so rewarding.
And then...
just think about it also this way. The Ultraman costumes are rubber.
Giggity. Well, that means you can't tase them too easily.
But then, Stalker looks at Edgelord, and apparently this is a common thing in Japan. His comment was, "Oh, so you're in love with her too?" And Akito is like, What are you talking about? Me? In love with her?
And Yuna just looks like, yeah, I know, but you're still friend-zoned.
Well, he's always going to be friend-zoned. There is no doubt in my mind that Akito is always going to be friend-zoned.
I'm just glad Yuna turned 18 before this episode happened.
Thank you, yes.
Okay, and then we get at the end where they discover that Trigger was one of the Giants of Darkness all along.
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun! Because none of us saw that coming.
Well, I did say that early on, I think like in the first or second.
In the first episode?
I said it would be interesting if he turned out to be a Giant of Darkness himself.
But we all figured that was going to be the case.
Well, it's still a fun...
No, it's nice.
It's still a fun exploration.
It is, because it's going to make me curious now.
Boop, boop. Don't mind me, I'm just in an exploration sub.
I'm just... It'll make more sense than having the head of Dargon... No. Belial? Belial. It's better than having the head of Belial on a sword that comes down from the heavens because it's bored.
Oh, Bailey Rock.
I'm still trying to process that.
Wow. So, I did like when you actually saw in Dargon's eye, because there's a flashback scene where you saw like this fight between Dargon and Trigger, but it was like a friendly fight, like you're my worthy opponent. And it wasn't until the end, after they saw all the crumbling on this big rock.
The crumbling?
You mean the uncrumbling?
The uncrumbling,
well,
yes.
No, it does crumble, but it crumbles into existence. You see the non-existence falling away.
That's what confused me. And so you look into the eye of Dargon, and you see an evil-looking Trigger. And I will say, that costume, for just the face alone, looked hella cool, because I love the way they changed up the...
It looked like
color.
Zero.
Oh, wait.
See, I liked it for what it was.
It looked like Ultraman Zero with his armor on.
But now you stare deep into Dargon's eyes after, a little ball slapping. Oh, now she's like, no, right here. Yeah, right there. Oh, give it to me. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're not making this video rated X, so we know.
I'm having a delightful time.
But nevertheless, because I keep on saying that to rein us in.
Yes, let's get to the end because we've got to go eat so we can get to revise.
But
no, I don't know if I can make this much innuendo with revise. Except for
okay. Anyways, I enjoyed certain elements of this episode, but to me, I really did find it kind of boring.
It's my least favorite episode of the series, and that's saying something.
Even more than clip shows?
Well, I'm not counting the clip shows yet because they were special episodes.
Oh, but this review is near and dear to my heart. I've had more fun with this than I did watching the actual episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've also had it's been an intensive couple of weeks, so this is fantastic venting. But, yeah.
Yeah, this episode was boring. It lacked energy.
Except I forgot to compliment Dargon, although now Stalker is it's more pronounceable to be sure. He is a master of squatting and the electric chair. At the very beginning, where he is actually sitting cross-legged without a chair, That's fantastic muscle control. Dave would be in awe.
Well, you actually have to give it credit in taking it out of the episode context. You have to give these suit actors so much credit for all the stuff that they must go through to stay in shape, to be able to do some of the stunts they do, and to be able to get into those awkward positions. I can only imagine what their daily training regimen
Regiment, not min.
Whatever the word is. I can only imagine what it's like, because I cannot squat for a long period of time. And this is without weight on. You put 150 pounds on me, I'm squatting. It hurts, but I'm squatting. But if you put no weight on me, I don't want to get back up or go down to the ground.
Yeah, I do squats, but nothing probably on the par of these folks.
Well, I heard something super funny today when I was watching Drag Race, and it just reminded me of this, that the one lady is like, I don't know what people are talking about chubby chasers. I am not running anywhere. And I was like, yes, fat girls for the win.
On that note, click like, subscribe, the bell notification. You can check us out on, YouTube obviously, but Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, Kaiju no Kami. Website is creativitybydesignllc.com.
And you can find me on YouTube and Twitter and DeviantArt. Do a search for MLP Silver Quill, or After the Fact, ye shall find me.
And I can guarantee you any of his content is not as explicit as he is with us.
It's a circle of trust.
With the public.
I trust your audience.
Really? Wow. You hear that, guys? He does not know you. Until next time, bye.